Why Burnin Young is the single, though? Of all the songs that you left on the shelf, was there a specific reason that you chose this one? Or is this mostly just like, let's
the other two
throw
are
a
covers.
dart at a...
Well, and as far as songs that happened that day, there was, Loving Cup was supposed to be there, but I didn't know the words, and we didn't want phones in the shop for the video that essentially got lost at sea.
Yeah, you told him about that, right?
Like, we had footage of that whole session, and it got lost at sea.
Literally lost at sea, bro.
What actually happened is our videographer deleted it to make room for Cruise, because he thought we successfully transferred them, but we're bad at technology. But we're gonna go with They Got Lost at Sea because it's way cooler.
It was like the deadliest catch.
And because we didn't want to phone out Loving Cup, we didn't even cut then. We didn't run it. Burnin Young, I think, was one of the first songs that was written that had a bit of that new direction we've been going in lately.
New direction.
And so it was the earliest of those tunes. Like, there's a couple that we played out at Whipper that kind of followed in that vein, that weren't written yet at the time or were kind of in their infancy stages. And it just kind of was like, oh, here's a little bit of where we're all going. Let's all rip it together, and we'll see what it sounds like. And then we heard it, and we're like, oh, this is fun. This might have to go out at some point, you know.
Bro, but Jeff, our bass player, had only been in the band for probably 6 months to a year at that point.
And that's his place we were cutting it at, too. That's our bassist studio. He mixed and mastered and tracked all of that.
Yeah, dude. Incredible.
We're the only two members of our band that aren't audio engineers.
Yeah. We're blessed. Yeah, we're super blessed. We're the only two that suck, dude. Yeah, that's what that means.
It was a musician's dream right there.
Oh, my God.
All of my favorite bands, and this is just a personal perspective here, but it's my personal perspective. All my favorite bands are the bands that experiment by playing their live stuff out first. And who knows if or when it will ultimately make it to a record. There are bands like Fish and Humphreys McGee and Widespread Panic that play songs live that are just not on albums. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing we can do about that. We all want a studio recording of All in Time. Like, let's be real. We all do. But, like, that's not up to us. And that makes it, I think, a little bit more magical also when you see it and catch it live. But it's great to know that, like, you're carrying through that tradition of, fuck it, let's just throw it out there and make something fucking awesome happen, and let's just let everyone join the party. I love that.
That's literally what this band is built on, is fuck it, let's just throw it out there and see what happens. Well, you know what I mean?
And sometimes getting them out there can help you figure stuff out. Like on our first EP, it ends on a song called The 13th, which we've been working on, but I think we were actually we recorded it over a couple days, and we had a show that night, and we didn't really necessarily know how we were going to end the tune. And so we kind of went into a jam space live, and then, I don't know if we got board recordings that night. I think it might have even been Travis who was running this stage at Whipper. Was like, we heard that stuff back, it was like, oh, this is how we should approach the ending to this song. Like, we found it in a jam live, and was like, that's where we gotta go.
I would 100% say we are a live first band always. We'll play shit live that you probably will never hear again. You know what I mean?
That's like the quintessential Humphreys McGee, Jimmy Stewart vibe. I love to hear it. So speaking of playing live, are you playing around anywhere to promote the album that's coming up?
So we've got the big thing we got coming up is we're playing Riverfest, Curtis Dixon Park, middle of downtown Tampa. So that one's going to be a fun one. And then that's probably the big show around the EP release.
We got this EP is more of like we like to call it like our Navy SEALs, like fucking, you know, it's like we're going to get out, you know, it's like we're tracking on this one. It's like it's a quick release, we're dropping it, and then we're moving on to things that people need to hear.
You know, like you find $20 in your pocket.
Nailed it.
All right. Yeah. Let me just use this right share real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one.
It's more like finding a 5 because thanks Spotify. But
oh my goodness. It is an absolute treat to talk to you guys always. Folks, keep an eye out for their episode coming on later on in Season 6, and keep an eye out for Burnin Young dropping March 30th and the full EP dropping April 13th. All links to all of their music are going to be in the description of all of these clips and episodes and whatever this becomes, and we will see you later. All right, that's a promo.